With the release of Descendants The Rise of Red, here's the complete rundown of the Descendants franchise in timeline order. Here we go!
Let's go, bring it on!
Auradon is a kingdom ruled by King Beast and Queen Belle, and is a land where the Disney heroes reside. The Disney villains, on the other hand, reside on the Isle of the Lost, after Beast and Belle exiled them there and surrounded their land with a magical barrier. But the King and Queen's son, Prince Ben, wants to give the villain kids on the Isle of the Lost a chance to be good, even if they are rotten to the core.
Who can ask for more?
The 4 VKs selected are Mal, daughter of Maleficent, Evie, daughter of the Evil Queen, Jay, son of Jafar, and Carlos, son of Cruella de Vil. The evil parents of the evil kids sees the invite as an opportunity to steal the fairy godmother's magic wand and conquer Auradon. Mal questions, is it wrong? Is it right? Be a thief in the night, but is eventually convinced to be evil like her mother. They are, however, unsuccessful in stealing the wand when they accidentally set off an alarm alerting the security. Learning that Ben's girlfriend will be near the wand during the coronation to become king, Mal bakes a love potion cookie, giving it to Ben, who then claims his love for her is R-I-D-I-C-U-L-O-U-S. This makes Audrey jealous, as she has a crush on the prince. While the VKs were initially not accepted by the other students at the school, Ben has been trying to set them on a good path and their evil ways are fading. Mal's feelings for Ben starts to grow closer, and her desires to remain evil grows further away. Ben asks Mal to accompany him to the coronation, meaning she's right by the magic wand. However, Mal and the other VKs have changed. They're no longer rotten to the core, so Mal gives Ben a brownie containing the love spell's antidote. But it turns out Ben had been freed from the spell since the pair went on a date in the Enchanted Lake. So not only did Mal genuinely have feelings for Ben, but Ben's R-I-D-I-C-U-L-O-U-S love for Mal was genuine too. With the VKs no longer having any desire to steal the wand, Maleficent decides to do the job herself. But the villain kids have forged their own path. They're kids of villains, but themselves are not evil. The 4 of them stand up against Maleficent with a staring contest. Mal defeats her mother, in which she turns into a gecko, shrinking to the size of her heart. So with evil defeated, the VKs respected by the others at Auradon, they all go outside to perform a well-choreographed song and dance number.
Be good, Auradon. Someone's watching.
Learning that the villain kids are on their way to Auradon Prep, one of the students sets up a hidden camera to learn how they feel about this, plus any other secrets that get uncovered. Someone throws a paper plane, sleeping through announcements again, a petition to have the VKs leave, looking through a gift they received, distracted trying to study for a test, a quiz result makes this one unimpressed, rehearsing a script, they need a new player who's equipped, what's in the lost and found, dating all on school ground, a simple little prank makes everything stick, using cards for playing, not for a magic trick, signing a cast till there's no space free, knocking over a cup and spilling the tea, debating if the villain should be at this school, writing a headline for a news article. With the videos posted online, the student who set up the hidden camera realizes that they were part of the problem. Everyone has something they're not proud of. Everyone has secrets. So who is it for this mystery person to judge?
Wicked love.
Evie begs Mal to fix her bad batch of cupcakes she baked for her Heroes and Heroines festival. But like Peter Parker in No Way Home, Evie doesn't let Mal finish the spell and they become even less edible, exploding on Audrey's dress. To make up for this, Mal paints her a portrait, but the more she tinkers with it, the less flattering it becomes. Meanwhile, Audrey is jealous of all the attention the VKs are getting, so convinces Jane to use her magic to transform her hair into
Something really out there?
However, like everything else so far, the magic just makes things worse. The last thing anyone should be doing right now is magic, but then Mal accidentally rubs Jordan's magic lamp, wishing that she was back on the Isle of the Lost where there were no disasters like this. Mal, Evie, Ben and Audrey teleport to the Isle of the Lost where they tell Your Mama jokes inside Freddy's shop.
Yo mama's so soft, cats share pictures of her.
Audrey isn't very good at it though.
Yo mama's so soft, she's like a pillow.
Mal accidentally makes another wish and are teleported inside Jordan's lamp, then uses the 3rd wish to deliberately wish their way out. What a waste of 3 wishes. Didn't ask for anything cool, not even like a new phone. Ben offers Freddy a place at Auradon Prep, which he accepts, but finds it difficult not to be evil. However, finds it easy to eat delicious pastries. At Auradon's annual singing competition, they all sing together. So I guess everyone wins? Or no one wins? I don't know how this competition works. It's Spirit Day at Auradon, and magic once again causes a problem when Mal accidentally chants a cheer that's actually a spell causing everyone, except Carlos, to act like dogs. Luckily, he's able to reverse it. What a rough day. Magic has already caused many problems, so when Lonnie asked Mal and Evie to design a dress for Jordan's web show, they used science to make a glow-in-the-dark outfit. And it actually works. I guess science is better than magic. Although Thor would tell you that magic's just science that we don't understand yet. Back inside Jordan's lab, the girls discuss what the theme could be for the upcoming dance. The suggestions include Pretty Pretty Princess Party, Who's the Fairest Party, Kickboxing Hip Hop Party, Garden Pumpkin Party, Genie Party, Finding Nights Party, Party in the Dark, Magic Carpet Ride Party, Wonderful Wonderland Party, and a Neon Glow Party. But without them all able to agree, Freddie suggests a Mad Princess, Hip Hop, Party in the Dark, Magic Carpet, Wicked Wonderland, Garden Neon Lights Party, which they all agree on. While hanging out in Audrey's dorm, Jane bursts in revealing her mascot uniform has been stolen. Now someone has stolen Audrey's Neon Lights party dress and tampered with Allie's dress. But don't worry, calm down, take a breath and relax. The problems are solved. Although there's a new problem when Carlos and Jay fail to pick up the girls. But don't worry, calm down, take a breath, relax. The problem is solved with a magic pumpkin. Ben and Evie are crowned the Neon Lights King and Queen. However, someone's cut the cord to the DJ equipment. But don't worry, calm down, take a breath, relax. The problem is solved thanks to Freddie, her voice, and a guitar. Carlos and Jay finally arrive at the Neon Lights ball after explaining that someone stole their magic carpet ride. Then it's revealed who's been behind all this mischief. CJ, the daughter of Captain Hook. Not only that, but Freddie was working with her, trying to bring the VKs back to the dark side by having Auradon turn against them. But not only did CJ's plan not work, but Freddie has come to like Auradon and decides to take the path of good. After all the chaos, the girls decide to have a slumber party with all the essentials. Pitch perfect singing, perfectly choreographed dancing, and of course, a pillow fight. This weekend is Auradon's Jubilee celebration, where everyone is given their birthright jewels. All the Auradon kids got theirs years ago, but now it's the villain kids' turn. However, when the villains came to Auradon, their jewels were confiscated for safekeeping. All that is, except Mal's, whose mother hid hers somewhere on the Isle of the Lost. So Mal and Freddie return to the island to find the jewel. They don't find that jewel, but they find this jewel. The only problem is, this jewel turns Mal's eyes a different colour, and also turns her back to her evil ways. Meanwhile, in the science room, a mysterious figure steals all the potions. But we'll come back to that, because Mal is being rotten to the core. Jane investigates what has gotten into Mal, which sees her steal Jafar's staff and give it to the mysterious figure. Jane warns the others, who figure out that the jewel was actually Mal's birthright jewel, but is cursed to make her evil without even realizing. However, Mal is now okay and everything is back to normal, until it's instantly not back to normal when it's revealed that Zevon, son of Yzma, is the mysterious figure plotting to rule Auradon. And guess who's by his side? Oh right, this is pre-recorded. It's CJ. Jay, Carlos, Jane and Freddie try to stop them, but Zevon uses those magic potions he stole to stop them. Zevon steals the birthright jewels at the ceremony with the very punny name, fusing one to Jafar's staff. Mal and Evie learn about the chaos and try to stop Zevon before he can fuse them all to Jafar's staff, making him more powerful than you can possibly imagine. The AKs help and together they save the day, even using Jafar's staff to remove the evil curse on Mal's gem. At the Jubilee, the VKs get their birthright jewels before celebrating in the only way they know how, a well-choreographed song and dance number. Evie, Jay and Carlos have fully integrated into Auradon Prep, but Mel is struggling to fit in because there are so many ways to be wicked. Meanwhile, on the Isle of the Lost, Ursula's daughter is asking people what her name is, not because she has short-term memory loss, but to show her dominance over the others. Anyway, her name's Uma. She's feeling resentful about being left behind when the other VKs went to Auradon. Back in Auradon, Mel is feeling overwhelmed by her responsibilities and the expectations of being Ben's girlfriend, so decides to return to the Isle of the Lost. The VKs and Ben try to bring her back, but in order for Ben to blend in on the Isle, he needs to chill like a villain. Mal and Ben reunite, but she rejects him, feeling her evil ways could be dangerous for Ben and Auradon. Ben leaves disappointed, only to be captured by Uma. Mal learns of this and demands his return, but Uma wants the fairy godmother's wand in exchange. It's the wand for the crown. So the pirates and the VKs put their swords up, put him up, and it's going down. A fight ensues before Ben and the VKs are able to escape. Mal and the other VKs come to realize that they can't run from their past and should be honest to who they are, leading to them becoming better people. Mal and Ben's relationship is still rocky, so at the cotillion dance, Ben is joined by Uma, but he's been tricked by a love potion again. Mal breaks the spell by sharing true love's kiss with Ben. However, Uma has a plan B, or C, or D, whatever she's up to now. She transforms into a giant sea monster and attacks the boat where the dance is taking place on. But Mal does one better and transforms into a dragon. Then Ben does one worse and transforms into nothing, but does intervene, stopping the fight before too much money can be spent on CGI, and offers Uma a place at Auradon Prep. She rejects the offer, swimming away, but promises her story is not over for those poor unfortunate souls. Ben and Mal reaffirm their love for each other before performing a well-choreographed song and dance number. Mal metaphorically bumps into Dizzy, the newest VK accepted into Auradon, on the beach of the Isle of the Lost, unsure how she got there, but thinks it has something to do with a glowing orb in the woods that spoke her name. It turns out it did have something to do with a glowing orb in the woods that spoke her name. Suddenly, Dizzy begins to glow. It's her necklace, or more specifically, Uma's necklace that Dizzy is wearing. Uma takes control of Dizzy, speaking through her, so Mal jumps into the water to confront the daughter of Ursula. Mal sings a Kelly Clarkson song, then wakes up from her dream. Or maybe it wasn't a dream. It's all very mysterious. But one thing's for sure, Uma is still out there. Audrey is having a spa and makeover, recapping the events of the first two Descendants movie to the worker, even the parts of the story she wasn't a part of or around to witness. Then, with the makeover complete, Audrey is ready to return to Auradon, saying,
Ben's gonna be sorry he ever let this go.
It's good to be bad because Auradon Prep is accepting more villain kids. It's also good for Mal to be Ben's girlfriend because he proposes to her, in which she accepts. This makes Audrey jealous because she followed all the rules, drew inside the lines, never asked for anything that wasn't hers. She waited patiently for her time, but when it finally came, it wasn't her name that Ben proclaimed. Audrey never thought of herself as mean, always thought she'd be the queen. But if she can't have that, then she'll be the leader of the dark and the bad. So Audrey steals the queen's crown and Maleficent's scepter before attacking Mal. The four VKs travel to the Isle of the Lost, seeking out Mal's estranged father, Hades, for his ember, as it's the only thing powerful enough to break Audrey's scepter. Hades reluctantly agrees, but as the VKs are leaving, they're intercepted by Uma. She'll only let them past if they release all the kids from the Isle. Mal promises and returns to the kingdom, only to find that Audrey has turned everyone into Dwayne Johnson's nickname. The VKs fight their way past enchanted knights during the day, then find Ben, who's been transformed into Mr. Beast. The fairy godmother's daughter, Jane, is able to partially transform him back. The others learn that Mal never had the intention of bringing any more villain kids over to Auradon in order to protect the kingdom from the worst of the worst. This disappoints her friends, who too turn to stone. All of this is too much for Mal. It's time for her to step up, face Audrey, and become a better person. In a climactic battle, Mal defeats Audrey. The magic spells are undone. Audrey apologizes. Mal decides to open the bridge between Auradon and the Isle of the Lost before they all perform a well-choreographed song and dance number. The VKs are out trick-or-treating on Halloween because that's when you go trick-or-treating. It's a spooky night, and Mal tries to make it even spookier by telling a story about a headless horseman. But then the now spookier night gets spookiest when they encounter said headless horseman. However, it's just a prank by Uma and Audrey, clearly confusing Halloween with April Fools. Although this new version isn't a prank, it's the real headless horseman. But no need to be afraid, he just wants a treat to eat. Somehow.
How's he gonna eat it without a head?
Can you believe the big day is almost here?
Mal and Evie are planning for Mal's wedding. She makes Evie her maid of honor, so Evie makes Mal a wedding reception dress. They then try some cakes before picking out the perfectly pretty, practical, premium princess wedding dress that's purple.
This is a royal wedding!
It's Mal and Ben's wedding day, and everything is going perfectly, until it instantly isn't. Mal's father, Hades, shows up, burning down the Great Hall before leaving. But Mal isn't convinced that Hades would just do something like this on purpose, so she goes to investigate. Unfortunately, the hall wasn't the only thing the fiery-haired villain burnt. He also burnt the bridge between Auradon and the Isle of the Lost. Fortunately, Uma puts the flames out and claims it as a wedding gift to Mal. Does that mean she didn't buy her an actual gift before? On the Isle, Mal reunites with her father, who reveals that he tried to keep his cool, but a dog bite on the bottom would make anyone fiery, leading to the fire in the hall, so he left in embarrassment. Mal understands the misunderstanding, but with the original venue burnt down, the fairy godmother bibbidi bobbidi boos everyone to a new location, which they make over while singing a song about
Feeling la 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 love.
Mal and Ben are off forming treaties with other kingdoms, so with Uma put in charge of Auradon Prep, she sends a school invite to Princess Red, the rebellious daughter of the Queen of Hearts from Wonderland. We meet Red, who sings a song about the colour that Taylor Swift titled her 4th studio album before learning that her mother is trying to shape her into being the next evil queen. But this is not what Red wants. She wants to be her own person. So Red steals a time turner that's about 10 times the size of Hermione's. The time machine, created by Maddox Hatter, Mad Hatter's son, offers the user an opportunity to travel to a moment in time that can give the user what their heart truly wants. Red receives the letter from Auradon, for which the Queen of Hearts is more than happy for her daughter to attend the school. However, we learn it's only because she has a long-held grudge against Auradon, particularly Cinderella and her happily ever after. So when she drops Red off at the school, she overthrows the kingdom, arresting the princess. Red is not agreeing of her mother's evil ways and wonders if she could turn back time and if she could find a way. But there is a way. Red has a time machine. However, Cinderella's daughter, Chloe, thinks Red is doing something sinister with it and tries to stop her, only for the pair to be teleported somewhere. Or should I say, somewhen. That where and when is Auradon Prep, which used to be called the Merlin Academy, and the when is just before the Queen of Hearts formed a grudge against Cinderella. Red and Chloe now have an opportunity to set the Queen of Hearts on the right path and reverse the effects of the future, even though the Avengers debunked that theory of time travel in Endgame. It turns out Red and Chloe's mothers are best friends. The evil turn came when Ursula sought revenge after eating too many feathers on a cupcake that turned her into a flamingo. Red and Chloe learn about the perfect revenge plan of stealing the sorcerer's cookbook, baking an evil cupcake, and giving it to Red's mother, Bridget. Red thinks the best thing to do is steal the book before Ursula, but Chloe says stealing is wrong. However, Cinderella convinces Chloe to get her hands dirty, because life's a complicated game, and sometimes you can't afford to play it clean. If your heart tells you it's right, there's nothing you shouldn't do if it's for someone you love or to save a life. Red and Chloe break into Merlin's office to steal the cookbook, but the magic protection attacks the pair, allowing Ursula to swoop in and take it first. However, as Ursula opens it, the protection spell on the book freezes her, so now it's back in the hands of Red. So Red and Chloe are ready to travel back to the future, knowing they've prevented Bridget from going down an evil path. So you know what that means. A well-choreographed song and dance number. But getting what you want can be dangerous, especially when you mess with the fabric of time. You didn't think that was the end of the story, did you? And now you're all caught up on the Descendants franchise. You're welcome. Don't forget to absolutely obliterate that like, subscribe, and share button. I'm just kidding. Only do it with enough force that it registers. I don't want any of you breaking whatever device you're watching this on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Descendants film or show is.